Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Denise with Wonderbar Crafts, and I'm really excited to do this video today. I had a request from a very old friend of mine. We've known each other for a little over 21 years. We met when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and they were there, and she used to be my daycare provider. Hi Cindy. Okay, so she asked me if I could do an instructional video on how to make these little matchboxes. And I don't know if any of you had seen any of my posts from earlier, but I made these cute little matchbox goodie boxes and filled them with various different treats. And then I wanted to show that I make these, and I put all kinds of different things. These are my little letter stamps, all my little lowercase ones, and I have ones for uppercase. The matchbox that originally I had shown before was too small to fit. You could fit chapstick, but not a full tube lipstick in there. And I just wanted to show that this is what we will be making today. And you can fill them with all kinds of stuff, and I'll give you some additional ideas at the end of the video. Let's get some materials together. I'll show you everything that you need, including the free template and where to go to find it. And we'll get started. Moving on to step one, you're going to need the template. In the description box below, I've listed a link to Flickr where I have loaded a free downloadable template for you. It is 2-page, so make sure you download both pages. And you can print it on paper and cut it out and use and trace with it. Or what I suggest is, if you're going to use a two-sided style paper, that you print it on the side that you want inside of the box, kind of like that. I don't know if you can see it because the inside of the box is a little busy with writing, but you kind of get the picture. At least I hope you do. Or you can just use normal cardstock or paper and then glue it to some cardstock and just print it on the back side so you can use it to cut and score. Step 2 is going and getting all the materials needed. So you should have already gotten your template. You should have already printed it onto the paper that you're going to use. You're going to either need a paper cutter if you would prefer to use it. You can, to keep your edges nice and straight. Some scissors to cut. You will need a pencil. Some type of score board. Some people have a larger one if they do a lot of crafting with cards or that kind of thing. I just have a little one. Use a bone folder. I think that's what this is called. If you have one, it helps to keep your creases down. A ruler. You are going to need something to decorate your box with. So you could get some fabric bits. You can use some twine, some ribbon. I like washi tape. I love washi tape. Some stamping ink, stamps if you want. I have my lowercase and my uppercase out in case I want to put a little label on it. You can use some distress ink if you prefer. It's all up to you how you want to decorate it. That's totally on you and how you want to do it. It's your box. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Step 3 is cutting out your template. I do know that this one is a little hard to see, but I can see the lines with the light in this direction where I'm sitting. And I apologize if you can't see them, but once you print it, you should be able to see it. I'm going to use both a paper cutter and scissors, and I will speed up the camera a little bit so that you can see it much quicker. And you might be wondering why you have this little square piece of cardstock on here. I added this just in case you wanted to, like, let's say this is the inside of my box. You will see this portion on the inside, but once you fold everything, you're going to see this portion. So if you wanted it to be the same as the outer rim of the box, you could put it in here, or you could not use it at all, or you could use it to cut a strip of it to put some embellishment or decorate it if you wanted to. So I added that to the template. And make sure you cut on the straight line. There is a straight line that comes in here. Don't cut those yet. Just cut the outer portion, and we'll get to cutting that here in a little bit. Alright, so now you have all 3 of your pieces cut out. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Our next step is to score and set our folds for our box. Now, one thing, with this being marked on the inside, and you have to do your folds like this, you always score on the side, opposite side that you're going to fold. So with the lines being here, it's kind of hard to see where it goes. So what I do is, I've already marked some of it. The great thing about these little scoreboards is they have these grooves in them. So I can put my pencil lead right in there, and I line my line up to it, and then that way I know where to score on the other side, where to set it. And of course on this one it's not going to be so hard. So score on the opposite side. I know it sounds crazy, but the reason why you do that is if you were to score it this side and then fold it, you'll tear this portion of the paper. So you don't want to do that. So score on the other side and then fold it in. So we just line it up. And I'm probably using this tool wrong. But if I use it this way, this thing jams into my hand, so. And then with this piece, it's very easy because all of your fold lines come straight down from each of the corners. So that's a simple one. You don't have to mark it on the other side. Okay, so now you have everything scored. So let's go ahead and fold and use our bone folder if you have one and set our folds. now that this is, your box portion is fixed, remember those little lines I told you don't cut? Now we're going to cut them. So just, and these make the little fold-in tabs for the box. Now, if you want to put this on the inside, you can. You can glue it in there now if you want, or you can keep it and set it aside. I'm not going to use it on the inside because I want you to be able to see the writing from the inside. So, now we fold our outer box. Okay, so now we have all our pieces folded and we're ready to move on to the next step. Now we're ready to glue all our box together. So we're going to start with the outer box. So make sure you flip it to the outside portion of the box, and this little end tab here that's cut angled in is the tab we're going to use to close it up. Just try to make it as even as possible. I try to stick my fingers in there. And the reason why I do this is just to make sure that it's all even. Alright, so let's set this aside to dry. And now, you've got the ends that you cut up and down so that these longer pieces are off on your sides. And we're going to glue these flaps down. And if you haven't seen me use this from the last video that I did, this is a little piece that came with my decoupage roller, and I like it because it helps smooth the glue out. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our side pieces, and that's why we cut those pieces in so that we have little tabs. So, just hold your box upwards so that the tabs go in. Glue your little flap here. Alright, so pinch your box inward so that your flaps are inward, and then just fold it over. Alright, so now our boxes are glued together, and you can let them sit for a couple minutes, let them dry, and we'll move on to decorating. Alright, so we are ready to move on to the decorating portion. Actually, what you want to do, once it dries, you want to make sure that the box slides in and out, that you didn't glue it too tight. I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of black distress because black goes with pink. And since I'm making this to show my friend Cindy how to do these, and I know she does, or at least I think she still does, her Mary Kay, I thought this would be really good, really cute way to display her lipsticks or give them as gifts or gift bags or whatever, big gift pouches. Alright, so let's see, give it some red for some lips, yeah? Let's give it a good kiss. That's good. Alright, so I'm just going to fray it up a little bit. And then I'm going to use some washi. And I noticed on this little card that was made for the inside, it says, I don't know if you can read it, it says the best is yet to come. Isn't that always the truth when you give somebody a kiss? So, alright, so I want to use a little piece of washi. Make it a little longer. Now, just let everything dry. If you're going to use some stamp ink, make sure it dries all the way. Mine did quite dry, and so it smeared a little bit, but alright, so I made this one, and it has lipsticks in it. So you can plop your lipstick, your chapstick in it, whatever you want. You can put, and this one is for you, Cindy, because I know you like to do your Mary Kay, that you can do a business card, give it as a little gift. Put a
Another
gift
thing
card
you
in
can
there.
do is,
If you don't want crayons in your car, a little place to put crayons or little tidbits of crayon, you can put, I always get these little things of ribbon, and they always come apart, and they're everywhere, so you can put your ribbon in it. A couple things of ribbon if you wanted. You could actually store some washi tape in it. Stamp ink pads, eyeshadows, anything. Pretty much you can put your clips in and store. Anything you want to do. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the beginning of the video, I had printed it, the pattern on the back of this one, and I made this one up just real quick while I was waiting for this one to dry. And I marked it as tidbits for my little tidbits of paper. So when I want to use a little piece that I want to cut out on something, I have it, and it's not all at the bottom of my little scrap box there, and I have a little place to keep them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. Cindy, I really hope you make some really cute little boxes, and I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think down in the comments box below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see what I can do about finding some other little crafts that we can make. Alright. Enjoy. Bye. Yahweh bless.